latest film report from France gives an idea of our steady progress. In this great achievement, to which Marshal Stalin has paid a generous tribute, all the Allied forces share the glory. It's the achievement of one great fighting force in which the nationalities of the various United Nations are sunk in one great conception of unity. Every day, more and more reinforcements and supplies escorted by the Allied navies are crossing the Channel. Every conceivable kind of material, requiring thousands of ships and landing craft to ensure steady progress against a determined enemy. It's certainly no picnic these days being in one of the Army supply organizations. Air Chief Marshal Sir Arthur Tedder, Deputy Supreme Commander-in-Chief, was soon on the spot. Here he's with Admiral Ramsay and Rear Admiral Vian of Narvik fame on the left, now in command of British and Canadian naval units. As soon as the ground had been captured, American and British engineers were on the job, completing advanced landing grounds in record time. It wasn't long before the Allied air forces were operating from both sides of the Channel. The weight of the air offensive has been one of the most important factors in these early successes. Military targets of all kinds, dumps, roads, supplies and transport, are being shot up with devastating accuracy. Bombing behind the lines and supplying cover for our advancing armies are only an indication of the many jobs assigned to the air forces. While on the ground, the advance continues. It means hard fighting, as the Germans are desperately trying to delay the advance while they bring up adequate reinforcements. Every day brings news of fresh Nazi troop concentrations, but every day our strength is being built up too. This is only a beginning, but when the decisive battle is fought, there can be no doubt of the outcome, however hard the struggle. As the liberating armies poured into the battle area, the French people turned out to greet them. For 4 years, these people have endured Nazi domination, longing for the day of the Allies' return. And now, at last, they see the fulfillment of all their hopes. For their oppressors, it's a different story. More and more prisoners are being marched away. And how glad France must be to see them go. Every hour, cracked remnants of Hitler's cracked divisions arrive at the beachhead for embarkation, a pointer to the extent of our early successes. We got wet coming here, you'll get wet going back. Come on, pick him up there. The difficulties of the preliminary landings on the French coast are well shown by these captured German pictures. Rommel visiting his boss, von Rundstedt. 2 German field marshals, one a regular soldier of the old school, the other Hitler's blue-eyed boy. It was Hitler's intuition which promoted Rommel from policeman to his present position. Was he right? Well, Monty's teaching him a thing or two about one-way traffic. These vast concrete fortifications on the coast were supposed... Rommel and von Rundstedt disagreed about how to use these emplacements. Nobody knows who won the argument, but we do know the result. Silent guns, shattered forts. That's the Atlantic Wall after the Allies had started on it. when the C&C went over to inspect progress, Generals Marshall and Arnold were with him. 3 4-star generals in one place. That's something like a military objective. And here's another, the destroyer Kelvin at sea. Aboard, Mr. Churchill, eager to see the results of Allied planning. With him was Field Marshal Sir Alan Brooke. They arrived off the beachhead while the huge concentration of shipping was under shell fire from the coast. In spite of this, the destroyer steamed through the lines, which included powerful British battleships. The Premier enjoyed his whack at the Boche as HMS Kelvin joined in the bombardment of a German position on the northeast flank. Then he went ashore with Field Marshal Smuts to see for himself how things were going. Winston Churchill must have surveyed the scene with justifiable pride. Only 4 years ago, shortly after he took over, British troops, defeated in the First Battle of France, were being evacuated. The Prime Minister knew that one day they would be back. He has planned and worked for just that day. Now they are back, fighting the Second Battle of France to win it.